Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Jen, and I do cooking, canning, and food preservation videos every Tuesday and garden vlogs every Friday. I hope you'll consider subscribing and sticking around. Today we're going to be using some milk kefir to make ranch dressing. Now, a while back, Heather at Sage and Stone Homestead gifted me with some milk kefir grains, and I've been babysitting this for a while. Mine's name is Kefir Sutherland. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But I was making quart jars while I was on vacation, and I kind of had like a surplus of kefir in the refrigerator. So I decided that I would go ahead and use it today to make some probiotic ranch dressing. This is a really simple recipe. It comes together pretty quickly. And to be completely honest with you, this tastes so much better than store-bought ranch dressing and is probably a ton better for you. So I'm going to start off here with a cup of mayo. I'm doubling this recipe, so if you want to make less, just cut these measurements in half. You can use any mayo you like. I actually had the idea to use my daughter's Kewpie mayo, but I thought she might kill me. So go ahead and make your own mayonnaise if that's your thing. Use Duke's or whatever. Just whatever makes you happy. You'll need a cup of that. And just as a little reminder, if you're not flinging mayonnaise all over the kitchen and making a mess, you're not really cooking. You've got to be making a mess for it to actually be cooking. I'm just kidding. But go ahead and add the mayonnaise to whatever bowl or measuring cup that you plan on using for this. I'm using my big measuring cup because it's easier to pour it into the container that I'm going to store it in. Now to that mayonnaise, I'm going to add 1 cup of my refrigerated milk kefir. And if you're unfamiliar with milk kefir, it's just basically probiotic yogurt. You add these little jelly-like grains to milk and you let them sit 24, 36 hours, whatever makes you happy, and it cultures your milk. The flavor of it is very much like a very sour yogurt. So it goes really well in ranch dressing. It ends up tasting a little bit like buttermilk ranch. It just has a really nice sourness to it, but it's not that overpowering. So to this, I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you like. Normally I would use all fresh herbs and things like that, but I could not find chives. That was the one thing I didn't grow this year, and I just really struggled to get my stuff together for this, so I just went with a lot of dried herbs and a few fresh ones. So I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of onion powder. This is also to taste. If you don't appreciate a very garlic forward or onion forward ranch dressing, just cut back the measurements on that. Now, I would be adding a small amount of chives here, but my local stores were out of chives, and I didn't think to pick up some dried chives. So I'm just using a little bit of the green tops of onions and about an equal amount of fresh parsley chopped. I will make the recommendation that if you are substituting green onion tops for chives, cut back on the onion powder. This ranch was good, but it was very onion forward. It was pretty strong. I'm using dried dillweed also, mostly just because I have it growing in the garden, but it was like 97 degrees this day, and I did not feel like going out in the sun to harvest a little bundle of dill. So, a couple teaspoons of dried dill. Dill is what gives ranch dressing its wonderful flavor. You're going to add salt and pepper to taste. I added about a teaspoon of black pepper and about the same amount of salt. At this point, if you wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit, you could put a little bit of red pepper flake in there too, and I think that would be really tasty. But, the seasonings in this are totally up to you. You could make 1,000 different styles of ranch dressing, bacon ranch, cheese ranch, whatever. It just depends on what you add into it. Now you can use fresh lemon juice here, but I had bottled, so I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of bottled lemon juice into this, and that is pretty much it. All that's left to do is give this a really good mix. Now, if you don't have plans to use this up right away, this should keep in a covered container in your refrigerator for 5 or 6 days, no problem. I was going to be having a vegetable and fruit tray for dinner. We wanted to have something fresh. It was really hot. Nobody felt like really cooking. So we just had this, and it was delicious. And most of it got eaten up, believe it or not. The kids went back for seconds. So You can pour it into a bowl and put it in the fridge. It will thicken up a little bit. The herbs and the seasonings will have a chance to absorb some of that kefir and rehydrate if you use dried herbs. But for us, this was fine. And it tasted phenomenal. So if any of you out there are making your own milk kefir and you're looking for a way to use up some of the surplus, this is a really great way to do it and make a probiotic product that you would normally just purchase from the grocery store with no benefits. And that's all I have for you guys this week. If you're still here, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you give this a try. And until next time, friends, happy cooking.